You literally cannot make this stuff up. I cannot believe my eyes. Something that I saw recently, blowing my mind. Can't wait to tell you about that and 2 other things. I got 3 things that are going to hype you up as you head into your weekend. Hit subscribe if you're looking for daily 49ers content. It does actually help me out. I very much appreciate it. But let's start with the Vegas odds, because this one's really interesting. This one really caught me by surprise, okay? So after a 6-11 season, after the San Francisco 49ers had one of the worst defenses in the league, one of the worst special teams in the league, despite having a decent amount of talent on the defensive side of the ball, the 49ers underperforming on offense. After all of that, then the 49ers go and clean house, it feels like. Not really, but that's how it feels, right? So many big-name players gone away from the 49ers. Now the running total of free agent contracts that players have gotten having left the 49ers is over $300 million. So it's pretty crazy. Like that's a lot of talent that has left your talent pool, right? And after all of that, the bookies, Vegas, has said that the 49ers have they're plus 105. They're the favorites to win the NFC West. They are plus 700, third to win the NFC Championship, and they are 6th to win the Super Bowl. Plus 1,400 odds, 6th to win the Super Bowl. This is crazy. Okay, now, favorites to win our own division, when Stafford got Devontae Adams, I understand. I'm not as high on that situation as everybody else is, but the national media is very excited about that. The national media believes that the Rams are going to be a powerhouse this year and have improved from last year. Of course, all of that drafting good defensive linemen does pay off if you keep doing it. 49ers haven't done it in a little while, mostly because of Trey Lance. But they haven't done it in a little while, and it's starting to pay. It's biting them in the butt, okay? To win the NFC Championship, I know the NFC is not the NFC of old, the strong NFC it once was, but geez Louise, third from this 6-11 team who is going through insane turnover. And I'm going to tell you what this means in a second, but this is crazy, okay? Just stick with me. 6th to win the Super Bowl. So now we're throwing all the AFC teams in the mix, and we're still way up there at the top chances to win the Super Bowl, okay? This is pretty crazy because Vegas, bookies are thinking about how they make money, okay? So all of that being said, here's what this means. This means that Vegas is looking at what the 49ers are doing, and they're seeing a pattern, for one. Like, this is not brand new. This is not completely unique. This is not an anomaly, okay? Although it feels like it for the 49ers. Maybe it's been a while, like 10 years since the last time we had something like this. It's not an anomaly, okay? We've seen it. The Chiefs. We've seen it with the Eagles. We've seen it with the Denver Broncos. We've seen it with the Patriots. Like, teams do this, okay? Sometimes you got to cut some fat off, and sometimes you have such a good roster, which the 49ers did, that when you cut a bunch of players, when you let a bunch of players go in free agency, when you trade guys away like Deebo Samuel, it just feels this way. It does, okay? That being said, they're seeing something. The bookies, Vegas, they're seeing something bigger than that, which is this is something that's been done before, and this coaching staff is a serious coaching staff. This is the real deal coaching staff. This is a real deal front office. This team is going to be this team's going to be great. This team's going to be contending. This team is the favorite to win the NFC West. That's awesome. I love to hear that. The interesting thing to me, another interesting thing to me about all this, and then we got to get to 2 other stories in just a second. But I think it's fascinating. Part of the reason people are suspecting that these odds are the way they are is that the 49ers are linked to some kind of a trade, some kind of big trade or something. And nothing's come out about that. So nothing credible. A lot of people saying, sources say, yada, yada, yada. But no one like at the top of the ladder saying sources say. So I think it's interesting to factor that in there. Does that mean that there's a big move incoming for the 49ers, some kind of big trade that's going to make a significant difference to the team? But let's talk about another move the 49ers made recently, which is signing Mac Jones. Now, not everybody's favorite player, for sure. For sure, not everybody's favorite player. And if you're a New England Patriots fan, you're probably like, goodbye. You're comfortable with that, right? He, of course, went to the Jacksonville Jaguars, had a shot there as well. But the 49ers, I couldn't find a good picture of him in Jacksonville, so I just went with this old Patriots one. But his best season was in a Patriots uniform, his rookie season. But let's like get to the deals here, because there's I know that on the surface this probably looks like, oh, okay, whatever. Shrug your shoulders. But there's something really smart here. No, I'm not going to say that he's going to take the role of Brock Purdy. So don't even worry about that. I'm not going there. You can go there if you want. Let me know in the comments if you think Mac Jones is better than Brock Purdy, whatever. But let's talk about some of the details here. So number one, it's an upgraded backup. So that's good, okay? The deal is 2 years, $7 million with $5 million guaranteed. That's a great deal. That's a great deal for a guy who was a Pro Bowl quarterback his rookie season. Threw for 3,800 yards that season, 22 TDs and 13 interceptions. So he had a positive TD to turnover ratio. That's good. All that stuff, you'll take that. Okay. He never replicated that success. But I think similar to Sam Darnold with Shanahan, Sam Darnold with Kevin O'Connell, Kirk Cousins with Kevin O'Connell, I think great coaches, great teams can get the best out of players. And I think that you have a great offensive mind in Kyle Shanahan. I know some of you are down on Shanahan. That's fine. I respect your opinion. But I think stylistically, Mac Jones will really benefit from being around the Niners. I think he is not an upgrade on Brock Purdy. So that's not even a question to me. I would not start Mac Jones over Brock Purdy. And I don't believe that Brock Purdy is going to feel pressure that this guy's going to take his job. But I do think Mac Jones is enough of a veteran for Brock Purdy and his agent to at least be sold a story, to at least be told, Brock's agent, I don't even know what Brock's agent's name is. Here's the deal. We brought Mac Jones in. This guy has 52 games of experience. And we want you. Mac Jones is going to sit behind you. We want you. You are our QB1. But this is what we can do financially. This is how we can compensate you. This is the deal that's going to work for us. This is the deal that the ownership is comfortable with. Whatever. I don't care what version of that you want to give. But Mac Jones is ready to go. He's signed. It's done. And he's going to be in there in OTAs. And he's going to be there in training camp. Should you decide not to play for the 49ers, you have your backup quarterback who's ready to step into that QB1 position, and he's looking for an opportunity. He's going to thrive under our system with Kyle Shanahan. He's going to thrive with our wide receivers. That's the kind of story that they're going to paint. And you would understand why Brock Purdy and his agent would feel a little bit of pressure from that. And I don't believe they want that. They want things to go that direction. I don't believe that. So I'm stoked about the move. I think it's a really smart move. I know Jameis Winston would have been funnier. It would have been a lot more fun for us. But this move makes a lot of sense. And you've got a little, quarterback training, quarterback rehab, quarterback whatever you want to call it, going on with Mac Jones here. And we've seen it happen. And it's going to be a good opportunity for Mac. And it's frankly a smart business move by the 49ers. If anything, just to say, here's a little pressure. Here's a little pressure to get that deal done. All right. I do believe it's going to get done significantly earlier. I think that Brock Purdy will be around for training camp. I don't know about OTAs. That's going to be an interesting one. But I'm hoping to see the deal done by May, mid-May, late May, if it has to be, whatever. I'd like to see the deal done in May. That would be great. The price is great, and I'm stoked that the 49ers are getting a veteran that's still young and needs a little Kyle Shanahan QB school. I think this is a good situation. Speaking of guys who are still young, who are in that veteran status, but still young guys, Juan Thornhill is headed to the Bay today, per Fox NFL insider Jordan Schultz. He's coming out of Cleveland, which he was there for 2 years on a 3-year deal. He got cut. He was with the Chiefs for 4 years before that, of course. So he's been in the league. He is a veteran. His first year in Cleveland was a standout play. That was 2 seasons ago. And his last year in Kansas City, the year before that, he was all over the field for the Chiefs. Had over 1,000 snaps. So I love that the 49ers are thinking about young, healthy players. They're looking at guys who they can get on deals. They're looking at guys. I mean, the depth chart is going to be really interesting at safety this year because the 49ers have now already signed a couple. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. The 90-man, obviously, they typically hold, I think, 4 on the 53. So there's going to be this is going to be an interesting one. I don't know what the 49ers are going to do here, how they're going to play that card, but this would be a great move. I think this would be another great move. The 49ers are signing a bunch of not quite top talent, and they're getting them on discounts and banking on the team that they can build around Robert Saleh, basically. And they're banking on the 2025 NFL draft. So you got Saleh, you have the draft, you have a lot of these guys you're getting on discounts. So they're low risk, okay, but still have high upside because every player in the NFL wants to play at their best, and every player in the NFL wants an opportunity. And when you're one of the top defensive coordinators in the National Football League, who doesn't want to play for that guy? So I'm excited about this situation that's kind of brewing up for the 49ers. I know that it's still not maybe all of the things that everybody would have wanted, and I know Mac Jones is Mac Jones, right? You can't unsee the things that you've seen. But you can also look at a guy like Sam Darnold and Kirk Cousins over at both of them at Minnesota, and you can say, hey, in the right situation, there are guys that can perform. I don't want to go into the season with Mac Jones as our QB1, but I do think it was a smart business move. I think the 49ers are being very cunning, very, very, very wise with how they're going about all of this, and I think it's going to pay off for them in the long run, and they're building a team, and Vegas believes that their team is that good. Vegas believes between the draft, between the remaining free agent pickups, between the coaching pickups, the 49ers are going to be just fine. So, I'm inclined to be, more optimistic than I was feeling today, I guess, as I woke up. I'm feeling a lot more optimistic. So there you go. 42 days until the 2025 NFL Draft. It is happening. We're in the new league year. It's real deal now. Juan Thornhill is on his way. So the 49ers are not done yet making moves. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on all of the action. Appreciate you. Have a fantastic day and an upcoming weekend.